The disabled tyrant's beloved pet fish. Transmigration. Chapter 149. Who knew what Xuěshān had imagined with such a weird smile on his face? But since he's that, how come he doesn't directly use his powers on certain things? Xuěshān occasionally would also think about obscure ideas. The crown prince said firmly, Xiao has his own principles. Don't force him. Xuěshān nodded. No matter what. As long as Liu was on the crown prince's side and didn't intend to harm the crown prince, then it's fine. Then De Bao and the rest of the boys, as well as Xuěshān. Are they also? Xuěshān asked another rather important and related question. No, they're not. The crown prince said. Xuěshān was human upon birth. Another reason why the crown prince guarded next to Xiao personally in the delivery room was because he was afraid there might be some mishap. He had already prepared to protect Xiao. If something had happened, a lot of the people would have immediately been dealt with. The crown prince was very aware that his daughter wasn't. As for his sons, although they were all fish when they were born, now they were all human and couldn't change into fish. The crown prince didn't want to keep creating side issues. Therefore, he simply said no. Xiao had once told him that the 4 boys needed to reach the age of 7 years before they might be able to gain the skill to transform into fish again. It was still early. If necessary, they could explain it to Uncle Ye in person when that happened. Xuěshān seemed to have accepted this answer and visibly let out a sigh of relief. Then how should I interact with him in the future? Are there any restrictions or preferences? Xuěshān asked. The fact that Liu was a fish Yao. It was shocking just to think about it. Xuěshān didn't know anything before and just felt Liu had a pretty good personality. Now that he knew, he felt even more so that it's rare for a Yao to have such a good personality. The crown prince, no. Even if there were, I wouldn't tell you. Then would Xiongfeng frighten him or something? Xuěshān considered that if Liu were afraid, he would do his best to keep his beloved dog under a leash in the future. The crown prince's expression obviously said, are you stupid or something? Xuěshān abruptly smacked himself on the head. Oh right. How can I forget that he played together with Xiongfeng a lot? Of course he shouldn't be afraid. That's definitely true. Liu smiled. Xiongfeng hadn't considered him a stranger for a long time. It knew the truth even earlier than its master, Xuěshān. Xuěshān had little knowledge and a lot of questions. When he started chattering, he couldn't be stopped. The crown prince had enough of him and decided to drag him out. All right. I'll go myself. Don't drag me. I know already and I promise you that I'll never tell anyone else. Xuěshān begged for mercy with a smile. Of course the crown prince knew that Xuěshān was trustworthy and reliable. Otherwise he wouldn't have admitted the truth to him. Xuěshān gave a brief farewell. He was just about to leave when the crown prince suddenly called to him, wait. Xuěshān turned his head. The crown prince used a stern and severe tone that he's never used towards him before to say, remember. He's me. Protecting him is the same as protecting me. Understood, Your Highness. Xuěshān instantly understood what the crown prince meant and also became serious for once. Giving a smile, he cupped his hands and gestured respectfully to the crown prince. Since he learned the truth, the conflicting and confusing mood that surrounded him has been mostly alleviated. During this period of time, he had desperately suppressed his internal thoughts and feelings so that his wife and parents wouldn't discover anything. It really gave Xuěshān quite the stress. Xuěshān hummed a happy tune as he walked out. When he raised his head, he saw that Liu was standing outside. Xuěshān couldn't help but shiver. Things were different from before. He had just learned that Liu was actually a Yao. It was much too soon to expect him to treat him as normal. Xuěshān. Liu knew Xuěshān was feeling conflicted and deliberately waved at him. Xuěshān's hands didn't even shake when he was killing the rebel Lulan army. However, right now, his face was choked red. After replying back meekly with a cousin-in-law, he immediately pressed himself against the wall and scuttled away. Don't misunderstand. The Lord Heir wasn't being afraid here. He just had important things to do. For example, heading back to resettling the commoner who saw the fish-head human. Liu was only messing with Xuěshān a bit, not planning anything else. After Xuěshān left, he marched inside. Tianqi, I've come. Liu said with a smile. Seeing him, the grave expression on the crown prince's face changed, leaving behind a tender expression. He didn't seem surprised why this fish would run here to the study. Tianqi, I heard your conversation with Xuěshān just now. Liu said. The crown prince. The crown prince held Liu's hands. My apologies. Xuěshān already discovered the truth. I really couldn't conceal it from him, anymore. Liu hastily shook his head. It's all right. Xuěshān is not an outsider either. I was just wondering about what you said to him, that we are fated for 100 lifetimes, this. Liu originally wanted to ask the crown prince how he had thought this up. Unexpectedly, the crown prince gave him a sulky glance. We can't. Liu was stabbed in the heart by the loneliness that flashed across the crown prince's eyes and hastily yelled loudly, of course, we can. Then it's settled. It's a promise. The crown prince's lips curved. Who cares about duping Xuěshān? Despite already having 4 sons and a daughter, the crown prince was still constantly worried that this Scorpio would abandon him. If they really had this promised fate of 100 lifetimes, would he still have to fear this fish leaving him? Completely absolutely charmed by his hubby, Liu didn't notice at all that he fell right into the trap. When the husbands interacted alone, as usual, it was full of sickening sweetness. Liu, not very appropriately, sat on the hubby's legs. Finally remembering the serious business he had, he said, Tianqi, can I help some women with deceased husbands? Like just, giving them support if they wanted to live new lives. This was only the general plan. Liu couldn't really explain precisely how he wanted to carry it out yet because he still didn't know what these women needed. However, Liu hoped to at least create a place where these women could go for assistance. He also wanted to change the attitude of the general public into one that would be amiable to widows who wanted to start their life anew. As soon as he said this, the crown prince knew who Liu was talking about. Thinking for a moment, he said, you want to help Lady Liang? Her marriage was appointed by father, so this won't be an easy task. I understand. She also didn't really seem to want my help. What I mean is that I want to help women who are like Lady Liang. Liu actually wanted to make something like an organization of women. If any of these kinds of women needed help, then it would provide them with assistance. Lady Liang naturally fell into this group. Originally he had planned to use words of compassion and reason to persuade the crown prince so that the crown prince could accept his ideology. However, despite having a stomach full of words on the tip of his tongue, he ended up changing his mind again. The crown prince had previously said to Xuěshān, he's me. So, in the crown prince's heart, Liu, was actually this important? Liu's thoughts rippled in his heart for a while. He was kind of curious just how far the crown prince would go for him. It's said that the standard method of testing a hubby's consideration was to act cute and spoiled. Then Liu will just act coquettishly a bit. Tianqi, I just want to help them, can't we? Liu grabbed the crown prince's arm and swung it tentatively. Tianqi paused briefly and then said with a smile, all right. It actually worked. Liu said experimentally again, then if I tell you why I want to help them, will you listen? The crown prince replied, I will. Liu was overjoyed and immediately started listing all sorts of inequalities women faced in this ancient time. To make this era change, the best method was to make people feel sympathy towards these women. Perhaps it would be very hard. After all, many people don't actually share the same experiences as them. However, everyone all had mothers, sisters, and daughters. Like how Xuěshān was his and the crown prince's daughter. By helping these women, perhaps one day, it would also help the women who were closely related to him. This does sound rather reasonable. The crown prince asked, "How do you want to do it?" If it was giving money or giving food, there was no need to discuss specifics with him. The crown princess consort could make this decision himself. Therefore, the crown prince had a feeling that this shouldn't be an easy task. Liu blinked his eyes a few times and then threw out an idea first. "Your Highness, let's have an opinion poll." "What's that?" The crown prince had never heard of it. "It's, just watch me." Liu created a few questions and made 2 scrolls. Then he ordered subordinates to copy them numerous times. This so-called questionnaire was now prepared to be distributed outside of the estate. At the last moment, he also established a rule. Anyone who answered the questionnaire seriously would receive 1 bronze coin as compensation. Each person could only answer once. This was undoubtedly giving peasants free money. Liu sent Wang Shi to spread the news ahead of time. A long line of people was standing outside already. There were plenty of peasants who couldn't read or write and lamented their misfortune. Liu let Wang Shi pass on another message: "Even if you can't read or write, it's fine. People from the crown prince's estate will read the questions for you and record verbal answers as well. You can still obtain money this way." With this, the line grew larger and larger. There weren't enough questionnaires to be distributed to everyone. Wang Shi had to make several extra copies so all of the commoners present could get a share. There were also plenty of illiterate people amongst this group. After seeing the questions, they all shook their heads in unison. What kind of messed up questions were these? Questions such as, "What do you think about widows remarrying?" Did this need to be answered? After being educated for so long, did people not know the basic value of honor and shame? Many people answered the first scroll without the slightest hesitation. When it came to the second scroll, there was one special line that said, "Imagine for a moment that the person, who unfortunately lost their husband, was one of your family members. Please answer the questions on the first scroll again." The crowd. Although everyone was able to answer the first scroll easily, the second scroll was instead, somewhat problematic. Because people would only receive money after answering the questionnaire seriously, plenty of people took this very earnestly. They thought hard, considering this from all angles, thinking about what if it were their own family, what would they do? In this manner, Liu distributed a small amount of wealth in exchange for the commoners' public opinions. Liu tidied up the questionnaires. Amongst the more than 200 participants who answered the 2 scrolls, 10% of people had extremely negative views and 10% of people were rather accepting. In the remaining 80%, their extremely negative views changed into accepting views after considering from the perspective of their own relatives. As expected, when things weren't related to someone personally, they always stood at a moral high ground. However, in actuality, they knew very well that widows did not live a good life. If it involved someone related to them, they wouldn't criticize them as harshly. Liu straightened out the result and handed it to the crown prince. The crown prince read through it very rapidly and praised him. "So, Xiao, you wanted to plead for the people." "That's right." Liu didn't deny this. One person only had the strength to help a few people. However, if a suggestion could be put forth to the emperor and changes could be made from top to bottom, those who would benefit won't just be a selected few. "Tianqi, will you help me?" Liu asked. "Yes." The crown prince replied resoundingly. "Because, I'm you." Liu asked, half touched and half mischievously. So, this fish heard everything. The crown prince smiled, because I will give you everything you want. Tianqi. The crown prince's words sounded like a promise. It stunned Liu briefly. He suddenly recalled the main mission that had fallen to the side after the chaos created by Princess Lang Yat. What was sharing a nation? The crown prince even said words such as giving him everything he wanted. Should he take a bold step forward then? Other than helping these women. There's actually one more thing that I want. The crown prince spoiled and pampered him too much. Liu gathered his courage and said, Tianqi, this is my last trial. If you obtain the throne in the future and I wanted your nation, what would you do? End chapter. The disabled tyrant's beloved pet fish. Transmigration. Chapter 150. Mu Tianqi was shocked for a moment. It wasn't because Liu was bold enough to ask for the nation. Instead it was because of this being Liu's last trial. What did he mean by last trial? Although Xiao Yu never mentioned himself why he remained by Mu Tianqi's side, through Liao Kong's wise words, Mu Tianqi already realized that Xiao Yu needed to pass the heavenly tribulations. The last time when he was tested, Xiao Yu wasn't successful because of the bandits. Mu Tianqi thought naturally that since this was the last trial, after the heavenly tribulations ended, would Xiao Yu leave him? Currently he was already the crown prince, with both sons and a daughter. In the eyes of an outsider, his life was practically perfect. He was very afraid that this perfection would make the Carpiao feel like he had stayed long enough by Mu Tianqi's side and that it was now time to leave. Yet Mu Tianqi had grown to care more and more about Xiao Yu by the day. There was no way he could accept if Xiao Yu left, unless he were already dead. Every time he mentioned this, Xiao Yu always stammered vaguely without elaborating. Therefore, Mu Tianqi was willing to use any plans necessary to bind this fish to his side indefinitely. He knew that Xiao Yu was kind-hearted, even willing to help Piao Shui and Lady Liang. There was no way for Mu Tianqi to believe that this fish had stayed by his side for this long only to gain power over his nation. Xiao Yu was not like other people. If Xiao Yu really wanted to discuss conditions with him, why not pick a time when he would have trouble choosing? That way, no matter what reason he had, he would have no choice but to agree. Instead, Xiao Yu picked a time where he had no worries and brought this up carelessly and hastily. If Mu Tianqi was crafty and evil, he could easily deceive the other man. Or he could simply decline. What could Xiao Yu do about that? Was the clever Xiao Yu not aware of all this? Actually Xiao Yu didn't even need to ask. Mu Tianqi had already planned to give Xiao Yu the power of a regent ruler after he ascended the throne. He knew that Xiao Yu often wanted to do a little something and also had the ability to do it, yet the fish was restrained by the label of the princess consort and crown princess consort all this time. Also, the fish didn't want to create a misunderstanding with him. But how could that be possible? When the imperial physician was curing him of the poison, Mu Tianqi was unconscious for a period of time. Coincidentally, in his sleep, he remembered some old events of the past. His muteness, his crown prince position, even his life, were all closely connected to Xiao Yu's assistance. If the title of regent was not enough and Xiao Yu wanted even more, when Mu Tianqi could afford to give it, he definitely wouldn't deny Liu this. Instead of really wanting the nation, Xiao Yu's tone sounded more like he was trying to test him. Mu Tianqi saw through the truth of this matter and felt that it was extremely likely that this test was related to the last heavenly tribulation. Could it be that if he answered something, Xiao Yu would immediately turn and leave him? This wasn't impossible. With the successful birth of Xuěshān, Mu Tianqi felt more uneasy. He definitely couldn't make a single mistake here. He'd rather not answer than give the wrong answer. Mu Tianqi said with a clenched jaw, "Let me consider it some more and then give you an answer." Liu, who had been waiting for the standard answer this whole time. Didn't the crown prince say he'd give Liu whatever he wanted just now? Liu couldn't help but pout. If men were reliable, then pigs could fly. On one hand, he understood that the crown prince knew how to coax him with beautiful words. On the other hand, he knew that this request was a bit too much. The nation wasn't something that could be casually asked for. Some people could throw away their mother and father, sons and daughters, for power over the nation. Some people would even give up their own lives. This was how important power over the nation was. And it was considered the crown prince's family property. Who was he to ask the crown prince to share his family's property? Liu scolded himself for being stupid. He actually got blinded by the crown prince's love for him and let himself got carried away. He forgot that everyone had a bottom line and that they shouldn't be touched. His stupid question put himself and the crown prince in an awkward situation. I apologize, I shouldn't have asked for this. Please pretend I never mentioned it. Liu said. He wouldn't dislike the crown prince because of this. In the end, he was the one who didn't handle this situation well. He had already made it to the last main mission. How could completing it be this easy? After a slight disappointment, he would get over it. Moreover, the crown prince didn't exactly refuse. He said he needed to consider it. If it were anyone else who asked, the crown prince definitely would have become hostile already. They've only been together officially for a little over 2 years anyways. Perhaps in 2 more years, or perhaps when they were older, the crown prince would let him know what he had considered what to do. The villain bosses were all gone now. As the crown princess consort, no one dared to target Liu anyways. Even if the amazing Carpiao needed to transform once every day, it didn't make that much difference. Liu comforted himself in a timely manner. His mental state was very stable. Although he didn't receive the answer he wanted, he was still affectionate and intimate with the crown prince. Because of this, Mu Tianqi became more confident that deliberately delaying and not answering the question was the correct plan. Otherwise, perhaps this fish would just dust himself off and run away, leaving him behind with their sons and daughter. Because of his response, he could feel that Xiaoyu was somewhat disappointed. However, he was not worried. He would naturally make it up to Xiaoyu in other ways. Being unable to complete the main mission, Liu turned his complete focus on creating the Women's Association. Of course, this was the ancient times. This concept was slightly hard to understand. Liu changed the name slightly and called it a Women's Assistance Group. The first step he needed was to gain the emperor's support and build an office in the imperial capital. If the operation was successful there, then the office could have branches elsewhere. Since he conducted the opinion poll, Liu became even more confident. The crown prince even gave him a crafty idea. The concept of women remaining faithful to a deceased husband was a deep-rooted ideology. If he wanted to change this mindset, it's not enough to rely on the common people. It's best to obtain the government officials' support as well. Then it would be more convincing. Liu thought about this and felt it was very reasonable. However, how was he supposed to get the government officials to answer the questionnaire as well? The crown prince gave crown princess consort an ambiguous smile and then glanced down at his own legs. Liu's face instantly flushed red. You already have sons and a daughter, why are you starting again? Crown princess consort grumbled, but he still went over and sat down. The crown prince embraced his crown princess consort, contented and satisfied. Xuěshān's 1-month banquet had just passed. It wasn't good to suggest another banquet immediately. This was what was causing Liu issues. It was too hard to find a good excuse. Liu was just guessing what the crown prince would say. Unexpectedly, the crown prince directly ordered the officials from the 6 ministries to all report to the crown prince's estate. Liu. All right, his hubby as the crown prince had special privileges. Because the crown prince personally oversaw this, the officials answered the questionnaires to their utmost. Liu didn't really do anything and his task was completed. At first he thought that there would be many amongst these government officials who would not approve of widows remarrying. However, the reality was exactly the opposite. Liu pondered carefully for a moment. This was probably because the government officials were wise and experienced. They knew that there were no benefits for widows to remain faithful to the memory of their deceased husbands. It was only in respect to the common opinion that they followed it, that's all. Liu organized everyone's answers and wrote out a persuasive report, listing his arguments one by one. He originally wanted the crown prince to put forth the suggestion on his behalf in front of the emperor. However, the crown prince said that since this was his idea, it's better for him to speak directly with the emperor. Liu started to panic. Didn't the crown prince say he was going to help? Did he want to help Liu into a pit of fire? Moreover, he was a crown princess consort, not a government official. Wouldn't he get scolded for going to court? However, Liu really did want to build the women's association. It wasn't just casual talk. The crown prince went to court. Liu followed closely behind him. He felt like the imperial censorate and some of the older government officials were practically stabbing holes inside him with their eye daggers. Seeing Liu, the emperor looked towards the crown prince with a face full of bewilderment. Mu Tianqi said with a curve to his lips, "Imperial father, the crown princess consort has a memorandum that he wishes to present to your majesty. This prince feels like since the crown princess consort is a member of the royal family, then the crown princess consort should have the qualifications to make presentation directly to your majesty. Which family's young wife would randomly hand the emperor a memorandum?" The emperor was somewhat flabbergasted. However, he recalled the ideas that Liu had come up with in the west frontier to exterminate the locust plague. The emperor was someone who appreciated a brilliant mind, therefore permitted it in the end. Liu handed the report that he compiled to the emperor. The emperor looked through it and then said with a smile, "This was a tradition that had been passed over from the previous dynasty. Zhen do not have an official response to the crown princess consort right now, however, since the crown princess consort gathered this much information, Zhen will consider it carefully. An assistance group does have certain merits. Zhen will leave it to you to make arrangements. Just draft a detailed plan and give it to Zhen." "That's it?" Liu was secretly delighted. Wasn't he too lucky? He thought he needed a serious discussion of morality and ethics to successfully persuade the emperor. Yet the emperor approved it just like that. Liu hastily gave thanks. All of the officials called out, "Long live, your majesty." Liu suddenly thought of something and figured it out. Why didn't the officials oppose this? It's because the emperor wasn't the one who came up with this rule to have widows remain faithful to their husband. If an outdated practice could be abolished, then the emperor's reputation would rise. Why wouldn't the emperor accept this? Moreover, even if he didn't accept in the beginning, after seeing the attitudes of all of the officials, the emperor would then need to consider it prudently. In other words, this is the reason why the crown prince wanted him to gather opinions from the government officials as well. Liu abruptly turned around and looked at the crown prince. Could it be, the crown prince was guiding him here? The crown prince gave him a faint warm smile in return. Feeling like 100 claws scratching in his heart, Liu could feel that the crown prince didn't plan to restrict him at all. He was even intentionally guiding Liu. Since the crown prince still loved him, then how come when it came to sharing the nation, did he need to, consider it? Liu really didn't get it. Later on, the emperor issued an imperial decree stating clearly that if one party of a married couple dies, the other party will gain freedom. Remaining faithful is a beautiful virtue, but choosing otherwise was no grounds for criticism either. The emperor's imperial decree was the basis of Liu's work. Because there were too many things at the creation of the assistance group, Liu couldn't split his attention. He needed to find a good place and good staff. When the office finally opened up, he also needed to worry if there would be people coming to cause trouble. Finally, the assistance group welcomed a woman who needed help. After her husband died, She suffered torment from her husband's family. She finally couldn't take it anymore and wanted to leave. The elders of the husband's family refused to let her go. The woman was desperate and responded intensely. She had tried to end her life several times but was always rescued at the last minute. She heard about the newly created assistance group. This was her last resort. Li Yu swiftly found Madame Qin, Xiao Luo, and others. They started working with this woman's case together. Then with the identity of the crown princess consort and the emperor's edict, they appeared in front of the family of this woman's deceased husband and convinced them using the carrot and stick method. The woman was finally able to leave peacefully. Li Yu already was mentally prepared, but now he understood the importance of patience and attentiveness even better. After a period of time, the business of the assistance group began in earnest. Those requesting assistance grew more and more. The emperor ordered well-trained female government officials to take over the task, allowing Li Yu to successfully withdraw to a secondary position, only occasionally assisting in providing ideas. The reputation of the assistance group grew famous. Later on, even Lady Liang gathered the courage to come over with her servant. Since there was a new road to walk on, who would be willing to stay inside a mud pit for the rest of their life? The crown prince had said it before. Lady Liang's situation was more complicated than normal women. Li Yu was afraid that he wouldn't be able to convince the emperor and dragged the crown prince over for help. Fortunately, the emperor had written the imperial decree himself previously, saying that people shouldn't make things difficult for widows. Therefore, he also couldn't continue to make things difficult for Lady Liang. Not to mention, this marriage was appointed by the emperor. Although in a sense, Lady Liang was trying to go against an imperial edict, wasn't the source of Lady Liang's pain and suffering was because of the emperor's decree? The emperor detested Mu Tianxiao in his heart, and that's why he had completely ignored Lady Liang. Since Lady Liang had no more feelings for Mu Tianxiao, the crown prince suggested that the emperor permitted Lady Liang to perform the divorce ceremony with Mu Tianxiao's memorial tablet. Li Yu was completely speechless. The crown prince really considered all aspects in cleaning up and getting rid of the sixth prince here. Nevertheless, this was the most basic and most effective method as well. The crown prince's last suggestion really suited the emperor's thoughts. Therefore, he approved it. From then on, Lady Liang became free. Immediately afterwards, she kowtowed towards the emperor, the crown prince, Li Yu, and the people who helped her. "There's no need to thank me," the crown prince said. "If it weren't for Xiao Yu's persistence, this day might not have occurred." Lady Liang understood this and hastily kowtowed to Li Yu a few more times. Li Yu snuck a few glances at the crown prince. The crown prince was also looking back at him. Li Yu pondered internally. The crown prince even pushed all of the merits to him. This meant that he really harbored no apprehension towards Li Yu. "Tianqi, the thing we were talking about last time, can we discuss it again?" Li Yu asked. Guessing what Li Yu wanted to talk about, Mu Tiankai's expression changed abruptly as he said, "I will see you later." End chapter. The disabled tyrant's beloved pet fish. Transmigration. Chapter 151. Was the crown prince hiding something from him? Li Yu's instincts was telling him so, which made him feel rather awkward. The two of them already had 5 children together. Since the crown prince trusted him, why couldn't he speak honestly? However, when Li Yu recalled all the nonsense that he had fabricated, he completely lost his confidence in questioning the crown prince. In this era, were husbands not allowed to have their own little secrets? Got it? A light bulb instantly lit up over Li Yu's head. How can he forget that he had something that allowed him to view secrets, the system? Li Yu immediately entered the system, which he hadn't entered in a long while. Before, when he was doing tasks, he saved up a pile of the hubby's secrets that he didn't manage to finish watching. He had to use it up eventually. "I want to take out the secrets I saved before for viewing," Li Yu told the system. The system immediately responded and displayed the crown prince's secrets. They still didn't have any clear descriptions and were all scenes that were constantly changing. Liu was a bit gloomy. Wasn't this like a random raffle? Also, it wasn't easy for him to describe what kind of secrets the crown prince had recently. Look, it's almost a snappy phrase here. Liu asked tentatively, are there any recent secrets? The system replied with the secrets are updated accordingly. You can only choose amongst the displayed options. Liu, alright. I already knew you're a shitty system who loves to screw fish over. Liu could only look through all of the secrets one by one. Most of these secrets were things that the crown prince had done that he didn't want Liu to know. By seeing who appeared in the randomly flashing scene, Liu was able to generally decide which to watch. Liu very quickly learned many things that he did not know about. One was when Mu Tianxiao was once accused of misconduct by Zheng Jing from the Ministry of Works and thus lost the emperor's trust. Actually, it was the crown prince who had ordered someone to give Zheng Jing the information about it. Another was that the crown prince once wrote many letters to the emperor, advancing step by step, to convince the emperor to make Liu his main wife. Another one was before the crown prince had left for the west frontier, he specifically went to see the former Duke of Cheng'an, Xuěshān, to request Xuěshān for the green plum wine that he had made for them. Liu was completely dazzled watching all of this. Nevertheless, this was the real crown prince. After Liu finished viewing one secret, a new one would update. Liu suddenly saw a scene of a fish swimming by. Could this be it? Liu hastily clicked open the secret for inspection. The setting of the secret was underwater. A black fish with spots of gold was currently biting onto the hem of a child's shirt with all of its might as it swam towards the water's surface. Wasn't this his previous fish body before he had completed the koi mission? At that time, his body was basically black and he haven't finished the mission to change yet. Liu wouldn't make a mistake in recognizing himself. However, he never grabbed a small child in the water before. This child's body structure looked a bit larger than De Bao. The child coincidentally turned his face over at this time. His cheeks were flushed red. Seeing that a fish had saved him, his eyes were filled with astonishment. Liu was even more shocked than him. This child, although it wasn't De Bao, had a face that looked extremely similar to De Bao. Liu finally recognized him. This was the little fatty. De Bao's father when he was small. Liu's breathing stuttered. He almost forgot that these were the crown prince's secrets. Of course the child inside the secret must be the crown prince. However, this was where the contradictions began. Liu remembered that he did encounter the little fatty when he was a fish. However, it should have been inside an illusion. How did this end up in the crown prince's secret? Illusory realms were imaginary and shouldn't exist. However, this secret was a real event that occurred. This is very mind-boggling. Liu was confused as he continued to watch. This should be the little fatty's perspective. Liu also saw the black and gold fish rolled up on its own and let the little fatty pet it. Liu. At first he was still a little doubtful about whether this black and gold fish were really him. Yet this forward and voluntary action, other than him, who else could it be? The black and gold fish dragged the little fatty to the shore. The little fatty excitedly hugged the fish. Under the fish's guidance, he began to not very proficiently stroke the fish's head. The little fatty and fish played together for a little while. Hearing the sound of a voice, the fish swiftly slipped back into the water. Liu saw a gold flashing light in the pond. That place was very clearly where the fish was hiding. The little fatty wanted to go find fish. At this time, the emperor walked over quickly with a group of imperial physicians in tow. The little fatty fainted. The imperial physicians discovered that he had a high fever. The emperor wanted the imperial physicians to cure the little fatty no matter what. In the end, a high monk stepped forth. Liu recognized this high monk. It was a younger Liao Kong. Liao Kong helped the imperial physicians treat the feverish little fatty. The emperor also followed Liao Kong's advice and decided to change the little fatty's name. The emperor said with a smile, "I saw the pond filled with a gold light. Thus, he shall be called Tianqi." Liu. While he was a fish in hiding, he didn't realize there was a reflection of light in the water. While he was an observer watching from the side, he was able to recognize that the gold light that the emperor had seen in the pond was actually a reflection from the gold scales on his stomach. Could it be that the crown prince's change of name was because of him? After recovering from his illness, the little fatty, Mu Tianqi, came to the edge of the water and looked in. The little fatty had already forgotten the details of what happened after he fell into the water, unable to remember anything. After the secret ended, Liu took a long time to calm his breathing. Just what exactly was going on? How did an illusion change into reality? Did he really exist during the time of the crown prince's youth? The system didn't actually answer him. The scenes of the secrets continued to flash and change constantly. Liu continued to watch. He discovered a scene where Mu Tianqi was wearing his current crown prince outfit. Liu picked this scene next. In this scene, Mu Tianqi was sitting in front of a table, focused on a piece of paper and writing something. Liu waited for quite a while but didn't see anyone else. The crown prince continued to write non-stop. Liu thought for a moment and went to read what the crown prince was writing. Normally when the crown prince was dealing with private tasks, Liu would usually leave him be. However, recalling the trust that the crown prince had for him and also the various help he gave Liu gathered his courage and peeked over. He felt like the secret must be referring to what the crown prince was writing. Perhaps it was related to government affairs. Or perhaps it was a secret order. What's happening inside the secret was the past, a memory. In here, the crown prince shouldn't be able to notice him. He would just take a peek. Liu swiftly took a glance. Unexpectedly, with this one glance, he saw his own name. Liu paused and then continued reading. He vaguely recognized a sentence. "Declare Liu as the empress, equivalent to the regent ruler." Liu immediately realized. This was the crown prince's plans for when he ascended the throne. If the crown prince ascended the throne, then naturally Liu would become the fish empress. After a lot of mental preparations, Liu was finally able to accept this. Making him the empress wasn't much. The important part was the latter half of the sentence. He would be equivalent to the regent ruler. The empress's original job was to manage the emperor's harem. At most, they could persuade and admonish the emperor slightly if he's being improper. The regent ruler wasn't the same. They had real power and control. Ah! Liu's teeth ached. What kind of weird arrangement did his hubby make for him secretly? An empress with the same power as the regent ruler, was this like the regent empress? Wait, wasn't this sharing the nation? Liu jolted and asked, "System, is my main mission completed?" The system replied, "Sorry host. The tyrant didn't express this clearly, therefore it does not count. It was already written down." How could it not count? Liu panicked. He was just about to argue strongly when he saw the crown prince put down his brush after he finished writing. With a smile, he carefully read what he wrote just now. Then, with a soft sigh, he set the paper on fire on a nearby candle, watching the flame burn and engulf all of the words. Liu. The crown prince had burned the paper. No wonder it didn't count. However, he couldn't blame the crown prince for this either. The crown prince was only a step away from the throne. This kind of thing held a very disrespectful connotation. Of course the crown prince needed to get rid of it. However, if this were the case, then why write it? And also, since the crown prince already had the intentions of ruling together with him, why couldn't he just tell Liu? Why would he remain tight-lipped whenever Liu mentioned about the sharing the nation? Other than understanding the thoughts in the crown prince's heart, Liu gained even more questions. After coming out from the system, Liu wanted to go find the crown prince and ask him for some clear answers. However, the crown prince went to the Ministry of Revenue and wasn't inside the estate. Liu recalled that since he had been busy with the women's assistance group in the last few days, he had been somewhat neglecting the little princess Xuěshān. It's better to first go check up on the baby. Liu entered Xuěshān's room. He discovered that Xiao Luo, who was responsible for taking care of the infant, had fallen asleep in front of the cradle. Xiao Luo wasn't very old herself, yet she needed to take care of Xuěshān. Sometimes, she would also be summoned to the assistant group by Liu to help out. She had many things to do in a day. As a master, Liu was very reasonable. He allowed Xiao Luo to continue sleeping. As he stood on one side of the cradle, he discovered that Xuěshān's face was currently facing the other side. Liu maneuvered himself around and immediately discovered the other babies. The 4 boys were laying on the floor in disarray, also sleeping. Bao's finger was still placed on his little chubby face, maintaining a gesture of making silly faces at his little sister for her amusement. De Bao and San Bao's hands were both pinching Bao's face. Si Bao was a little further away from them, sleeping in a ball. It's unknown if he had rolled over there and fallen asleep or if he had fallen asleep and then rolled over there. Liu smiled faintly. He first adjusted his daughter's blanket. Xuěshān's little face was pink and soft from sleep. Her eyes started moving slightly under her eyelids. Liu hastily soothed her back to prevent her from waking up. She fell back into dreamland again. Liu turned around to grab 2 blankets off the bed. He placed one over Xiao Luo's shoulders and then covered one over the 4 boys. While doing this, he praised himself for being quiet and light-footed. However, he still ended up disturbing De Bao. De Bao immediately woke up and rubbed his eyes, calling out in a dazed fashion, "Daddy." Liu hastily made a shushing sound. He thought De Bao would be like Xuěshān and fall back to sleep. Unexpected, De Bao ended up waking up even more. Together, the responsible fish big brother and fish dad covered the other fish babies with the blanket. De Bao even did the same as fish dad and covered his little mime Xuěshān with the blanket, patting it down, taking care of Xuěshān. De Bao was really a very reliable and good big brother. Liu couldn't help but smile. Xiao Luo woke up soon afterwards. Discovering that she had accidentally fallen asleep and seeing the crown princess consort looking after the children, Xiao Luo felt extremely guilty. However, not only did Liu not blame her, he even generously waved at her, wanting her to go back to rest. Xiao Luo felt extremely grateful. Bowing to Liu, she left the room. Thinking that when the little masters wake up, they will definitely be hungry, Xiao Luo went to get prepared. Originally, the weather of this day was pretty good and also very warm. The window inside the room was opened a bit to prevent the room from being stuffy. Liu simply opened the window wide open to let the air in. The sky was very blue. Liu casually glanced at it. From the horizon, a few grayish-colored clouds came floating over. In the last few days, Mu Tianqi had started working at the Ministry of Revenue. The Minister of Revenue was intentionally showing off, reporting the key affairs the Ministry of Revenue had been involved in the last few years, when a gust of cold wind blew over. The Crown Prince raised his head and glanced outside of the window. 1 minute before, it was still bright and beautiful. In this short amount of time, the skies were covered by dark clouds, with lightning and thunder. "Is your Highness all right?" the Minister of Revenue asked with concern. Yet Mu Tianqi wasn't listening. The hand that he was using to hold the reports paused as he continued to look attentively outside of the window. In the blink of an eye, a bolt of lightning flashed across the sky and landed, with the sound of thunder following immediately. The sound of this thunder wasn't quite like usual. The Crown Prince then looked towards where the lightning landed. It seemed to be the Crown Prince's estate. Xiao Yu was still inside the estate. Mu Tiankai's face suddenly turned pale white as it was illuminated by the lightning. He recalled the numerous ancient texts that he had read previously about cultivating immortals. This kind of huge thunder and lightning with torrential winds and heavy rain, it must be the heavenly tribulation. The crown prince immediately dropped his brush and rushed outside with large steps. The Minister of Revenue and other officials all received quite a shock. They all ran forth to dissuade the crown prince, but the crown prince turned a deaf ear to them. The Minister of Revenue was at a loss and unable to persuade the crown prince. He changed plans and repeatedly ordered people to fetch a raincoat and bamboo hat. However, by the time these items were brought over, the crown prince had long since disappeared. Riding on a horse, Mu Tianqi charged through the heavy rain and rushed back to the crown prince's estate, fast as lightning. The crown prince didn't even have time to get off his horse and instead, barged into the estate, man and horse together. Wang Gonggong was shocked by the sudden appearance of the crown prince and nervously asked what's the matter. The crown prince didn't even answer him. Running all the way towards the house, the crown prince heard the sound of a child crying. With his heart clenching tightly, he charged through the door, completely disregarding everything. He saw Da Bao sitting on the floor, rubbing his eyes non-stop. Li Yu was standing in front of the window, clothes fluttering in the wind. At this moment, he thought that the other was about to fly up into the sky and leave. Regardless of how he had avoided Xiao Yu's question, did the last trial still came? The lightning tribulation was a dangerous problem. If the last trial were successful, then parting would follow. Xiao Yu, don't go. Mu Tianqi yelled desperately. He charged over and separated this fish from the wind and rain, locking Li Yu tightly in his arms. Da Bao was actually crying because the wind had blown into his eyes. Li Yu, who was trying to close the windows because of the thunderstorm, oh. Da Bao forgot about crying and blinked his eyes, looking stupefied at his two fathers. Tianqi, what's the matter? Li Yu didn't get it and asked quietly. The crown prince's face and body was drenched by the rain. His clothes couldn't possibly be any more soaking wet. He embraced Li Yu tightly, refusing to let go no matter what. Don't go, please don't leave me, the crown prince said sorrowfully. Hearing him repeating these words again and again, Li Yu suddenly realized something. This was because Li Yu said that he was a Carpiao. The crown prince, who was even more immersed in the act than he was, actually mistaken a normal thunderstorm as the heavenly tribulation. What disaster did he courted? Why was this person this stupid? Li Yu didn't know if he should laugh or cry. Sniffing his nose as his emotions overwhelmed him, he hugged the crown prince back with all of his strength. Tianqi, don't worry, Li Yu said. I'm not leaving, nor will I part from you. End chapter.